So I'm just off to the post office to send my DNA sample in. And I thought I've just been collecting some seed from the foxgloves to see if they're ready. And they are ready. So I'll collect as much as possible because they make a fabulous show. But the seeds are so small. Look at that. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay, I'm off to the village. See you later. So I had to show you what I found in my greenhouse. It's a death cap mushroom. I've never had one before. And the reason I know what it is I've got an app on my phone and it identifies plants and insects. But I didn't even think we had them in Britain, but we do. I researched it and apparently we've got loads of them. Yeah, very dangerous mushroom, very dangerous. And they look so ordinary. There's nothing about them that looks, sinister, is there? But they're a killer, they are. In fact, there's just been a case in either Australia or New Zealand, I don't know which one, and a woman killed 4 people putting this in a beef Wellington. Isn't that terrible? So there we are. Very dangerous mushroom. Because I'm so busy of doing all kinds of things, art and, these videos and things like that, cleaning shelves and cupboards, it doesn't happen that often. It doesn't happen often enough, actually. But I do like it when everything is nice, clean and organised. I do like it. But like I said, it doesn't get done that often. So I've had a bit of a change around in the sitting room. This is a really old house. The room in there, which I'll show you in a minute, is extremely old. That's the old part of the cottage. This is relatively not that old, but relatively new, really. So yeah, I did have black shades on the lamps. I've changed them to white. It was too dark. I did have the couches without the throws, and the throws have made them look a little bit more homely, really homely. The couch, the matching set are like a grey, a light grey, but I like everything really, really light. So yeah, we've got a nice view out to the pond. And I'll just show you a few things. Now, I'll show you how far the wall is out. Look, can you see that around the door frame? Look, that's how far that's the old part. And that's how far the wall is out, look. It's leaning in because it's so old. That once was the outside wall. That one once. And in this room, it used to be, where the room is now, it used to be a, well, it used to be a lean-to sort of kitchen with, it was nice, mind, in the olden days. I saw a picture of it. And here, I'll just show you, here where the bookcases are, used to be an old-fashioned fireplace, you know, like a Cornish range, really old-fashioned black Cornish range. That's where they used to be. And that's where it used to be there on that wall. And the garden at the back, I wish I still had it. Before we bought this, it used to be huge. It's like a football field, huge area. And the previous owner sold it off as a building plot. But it was huge and gorgeous. I could, what I could have in there if we still had it. But anyway, not to worry. So yeah, so these are the cushions that I made. You'll see that in one of my other videos. And on this wall, I intend to, I've only got 2 plates, but I intend to have a collection, like a bunch of them. And these are some of the bottles that I collect. The majority have been, let me get in position. The majority have been dug up from the garden, from this garden and the one that I had before this. Because the Victorians used to just, they didn't have dustbin men collection. They just used to dig a hole and chuck the bottles in and things like that. So there's some ink bottles as well that I collect. I collect all sorts of things. Yeah, so that's that. You know that I collect keys as well. That's part of my key collection. Old keys. Quite like old phones as well. I've got a 60s phone as well, and this one is 40s. That one. I think that one's been converted. It actually works if you plug it into a phone, you know, thing. It actually works, that one. I want to show you my husband's collection of old Bibles. And the one in the middle on the bottom is 1835, I believe. He likes old Bibles. He's got some more somewhere, but he's got another one that's really old family Bible, but it's too, he's got it in a plastic bag and I didn't want to touch it because all the pages are coming out, you know, out of it. We also collect, we have a rock collection of unusual, lovely gorgeousness. That is a it's an amethyst, a chunk of amethyst. And this here is a whale's tooth that I bought in Canada. Isn't that lovely? Very unusual. Very unusual. And these are geodes. That's a geode with the gorgeous little crystals inside it. That fits together as one. That's another nice hobby for somebody. I'll just move those. That's another nice hobby, you see. It fits together. You know, who would think of, oh, look at this rock. Let me cut it in half, give it a whack, and that's going to be inside it. Galena, I think it is called. I think it's called Galena. Isn't that lovely? My husband and I, oh, here's another Bible. No, this is a prayer book. This is really, really old prayer book. He got it out for me. It's very, very old. Yeah. So this is a sitting room that we sit in the evening. And my husband and I we have made, we haven't been doing it for a while, raku pottery. So that's a raku piece of pottery that we made. Look at the gold on it. Isn't that amazing? Made in a fire. And I just love raku. And that's another piece of raku that I made. Or we made. I do the pottery. I make the pottery. And my husband fires the kiln. The gas kiln, it is. That's my husband and I. Quite a while back, about 15 years ago, I should think. And that's when we got married. So I'll save the other part of the cottage for another day, another video. Hope you enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed chatting to you, I always do. And I'll say bye for now. And as always, lots of love from Cornwall. See you soon.